This is one of the great parts about getting to do this series is meeting with families like this and being able to do memorial videos for their family that have passed on. Now, at the end of this video, there will be another video attached that we filmed with this great family back in November of 2022. At the time, we didn't have the 1988 state finals, but our good friend and friend of the channel from Simon Kenton, David Barnes, actually had the full 1988 state tournament. And as soon as I got it, I contacted Livingston and Damien. So they get up with, of course, you guys have seen Steve over there. We'll let him talk just in a second. But it's so great to be back down here with you guys, so we can, let your loved one get their just due. So I'm going to kick it to the 1986 state champion from Hoptown, Mr. Steve Bailey. Steve, if you would, tell us who you got with you today.
All right, Steve Bailey. Well, of course, it happens already. Just got my father, Odell Bailey Sr., my mother, Mary Bailey, my wife, which was my maid back in '86, Virginia Bailey, my oldest sister, Denise Bailey, and one of our best friends, John Lee.
And you guys have seen Mr. Poindexter. He got up and walked off on me when I was down here the first time. No, I'm kidding. We're going to be meeting with, John's here just in a second. Now, the bracket, what everybody had to say about Troy, that will be included at the end of this video. But I just want to say, guys, thank you all for coming. I can't wait to let you guys watch this. And we were asking them off camera, but they've never got to see this footage, and it really it makes the 5-hour trip down here worth it to be able to give this family the joy and the happy memories of getting to see their son, all that hard work pay off, and be able just to say, hey, we've seen it, it's here forever, and all your family and friends, everybody in Hopkinsville, Christian County community can watch it. So without further ado, let's go.
It's Troy, right?
Huh?
It's Troy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, boy.
So Steve, you're here, man. Your brother's in the finals. What are you thinking? Are you nervous?
Yeah, I was pretty nervous.
All right, so it cuts right into the match. It's the first period. Go out of bounds. So, Steve, what do you think Troy's best takedown was?
He was pretty good with an arm drag and single leg. Just like I was.
Yeah. You can tell he's strong. You can tell he's trying to pull it down.
But he was good with that single leg too.
All right, stay in the circle, fellas. Stay in the circle. What are we doing? All right, we're out. We're neutral. And also this year, Hopkinsville had Jared Trice win.
Good one, good shot.
There it is. Lift.
Go ahead, baby boy.
There it is. There it is.
Go ahead, baby boy. At that hot cow stuff.
Trying for that trip. Trying for the trip. And
All right.
he's looking up at the clock. It's like, how much longer I got to do this on?
Good one, good one.
All right, end of the period. He's up 2-0. And he's the first. He's going to take down. So was you over yelling at him, take down, or?
I was trying to crawl out on the mat.
Make it a tag team. Somebody, I believe your phone ringing, Dad. We'll have to call you back, right? All right, so we're going down. All right, so there he is. Trying to peel those hands away. Trying to peel those hands away. All right, good. All right, he's still down. Still down.
He just blast straight up.
Now, you had Tony Harris and Placer as coaches, right? That's what I thought. There you go. Get your hips. There it is. One. He gets his one. We're neutral, so it's 3-0. Doing a really good job fighting those hands off. All right, we're out of bounds. Out of bounds. So we're neutral. Lift. So, outside the state finals, did Troy just like push the pace? Would he get a lead and kind of sit on it? What kind of?
Yeah, he was just a slow move.
I got you.
Pick away at it, pick away at it, pick away at it.
Get your head out. Get your head out.
Yeah.
I don't think they've awarded it yet.
He got it.
Nope, he still got him. Still go through that crotch block. I don't know. All right, end of the period. It's his opponent's choice. And he's going to take down. So was Troy good on top?
He been better off on the bottom.
What?
He do pretty good on top right. But
Guys, what do you think about it so far?
Condition, all right.
Usually he would explode up off the bottom. Troy would.
Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah.
And I guess him and Jared Play would have been practice partners, wouldn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Just cut him?
Yeah.
All right, so we're out of bounds, going off the mat. Now, who's that right there?
Both play.
Is that
Greg?
Greg. Those Greg.
Look like
That's cool.
it was 10 points.
All right, there we go. There we go. All right, take him down. There you go. Cut him. There you go. So I believe it's 3-1 now.
Good shot.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Uh-oh. All right, stalemate. Stalemate. Yep, we're back neutral.
Another good shot. Good pick.
I think he's holding on, just knowing there's short time and he's got a lead.
He's checking the oil. Come on, boy.
I think that might be the all-time stall tactic. Take the headgear off, have to adjust it, get a few extra breaths.
Yeah.
You never done that, did you, Steve?
Yeah.
Timer 2,
Maybe once or twice.
timer 12. we're out of bounds. We're still neutral. So 30 seconds. He's up 3-1. Are you there when are you pushing?
Yeah. Stall, push or something. Just don't let him shoot on you.
Hey, which he's been able to defend those shots very well. He really has.
So,
This is a whole lot better view looking at him here.
go ahead.
I thought he was in trouble right there. That last shot he made.
That's it. He wins it by a score of 3-1.
Is it you?
Score 3-1. There's some of the Hoptown faithful. There he is. Is that Jared right there?
Yeah,
Jared Trice. And it cuts to the medal ceremony. Now, he was a sophomore here, or junior, right?
Sophomore because his junior year is here.
Okay, so he's a sophomore here. Get out of the way, referee. Referee's always in the way. So he got a jacket. You guys remember him coming on wearing a jacket? And of course, the medal and a bracket.
Right.
Though I've always wanted to find one of the jackets just to have in the collection, just to have, because Jared Trice says his got burned up in a fire. A couple of people said they've lost theirs. But there he is on top of the podium,
Go ahead, playboy.
on top of the world.
That's it.
And
They got all the good stuff back in.
yeah, man, they got all kind of stuff. And there's some of the Hoptown maids. And also this year, Hopkinsville come in second in the team standing, and Christian County won the team standing. So both Christian County schools, man, they were rolling. I included this that way you guys could see everybody.
White.
And they come. I think that's Coach Perrin on top of the shoulders there for Christian County. And that's where it ends, guys. So we'll kind of go around the room, getting to watch it. What do you guys think about it?
Awesome.
Thank you.
It was awesome.
Thank you.
I think him and Steve both won a champion state.
Yep. And so I guess what is it? 35 years later, finally getting to 30 somewhere. My math isn't my strong suit, but about 35 years later, getting to watch it. Did it? You know, you've heard the stories, I'm sure, about it. You've heard the recount, saw the photos, but actually getting to see it brings a whole new element. Like, did it play out the way you envisioned it all these years?
Yeah. For me, it did, but I mean.
You were there. You don't count. You were there. Come on. But like, you know, you've heard the stories about he done this, he done that. Does it play out like the way you visualized it? Like, you know, like you read a book and you go watch the movie and it's like, man, this is not the way I thought this would be. Is that the way it kind of is with this?
Yeah, pretty much, because I used to go and watch their matches.
Okay, I got you. And but I mean, as soon as I got it, like I said, I messaged Livingston and Damien, a couple other people, and said, hey, you've got to get this family back. I've got to get with them and be able to, you know, let them see this video, because I know it's priceless. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I couldn't. I would have gone back down here and just to do it with you guys. But But
Because he had his Letterman, I got his.
Where is his jacket at?
His Letterman jacket is either at the house somewhere or he's in Indianapolis.
I've been to Indianapolis. James took his jacket.
Letterman jacket.
I got you.
And
And
all his medals. I got all his medals.
do you have all of his medals? That's awesome. If if we're able to find his the jacket he was awarded here on the podium, we'll be sure to put it on in a video, or we'll post it on social media, just because it's such a. I think there was only 2 years where they done that, 88 and 89, or no, 88 and 89, but only 2 years that they done that. So that be able to find one of those, because there's only 13 weight classes, so there's only 26 jackets in theory that exist,
Right.
and Jared Trice has 2 of them, and he said his burned up in a house fire, so that cuts us down to 24. I mean, so if we could find one of those just to have,
So-
for the photo, man, would be incredible. Anybody else got anything they'd like to say to add to the video? Because this is your all's time.
All right, now for the salad.
Roll with the bug.
So
I want to get a copy of that if I can.
yeah, oh, absolutely. We'll be sure to give anybody that wants it a copy. Again, now after this part, stay and watch the original video that we done here in this exact room. We just didn't have the video at the time, so it's like I said, it's one of the best part about starting this series and being able to go and meet people is to do memorial videos. Like, you know, we have Troy Bailey's, we have Michael Jackson from Woodford County, Richard Brown from Trinity. We had Sheldon Clark, Brad Stafford, who passed away. I mean, just all these memorial videos we've been able to do for families, because it's for the families, for the friends, for their classmates. Derek Mullet, who passed away recently. Just all these memorial videos is an aspect. When I started this, I really didn't know it could be as powerful as it is. But man, here we sit, you know, with a family all these years later, finally getting to see their son, their brother win a state championship, and I couldn't be happier. You know what I'm saying? So again, watch this next portion. You get the full story. But until then, we'll see you guys on the mats. Don't ever let anybody tell you high school athletics are not important to the families, the communities, the schools, for the people they represent. We're here today for another memorial video for Troy Bailey from Hopkinsville High School. Now, you guys have seen his brother Steve's 1986 video, and I'm going to step out of the way and let Steve introduce his family, and we're going to go from there. So, sir, if you would.
All right. Yes, first of all, my father, Odell Bailey, my mother, Mary Bailey, my older sister, Denise Bailey, and my father. Next to her is Julia Hodge, and next to her is my youngest sister, which Troy was right under her. It's Beverly Killebrew, and next to her is the sister that's older than me, just above me, Pearl Bustle. And next to her is the fiance and one of Troy's good friends, Patrick Poindexter.
All right. Now, I'm just going to kick this question. Whoever wants to answer can. How does Troy come home and say he wants to be on the wrestling team? How does that conversation go? Go ahead. Whoever wants to answer, feel free.
He didn't come home, but he didn't tell us before he started wrestling.
Okay.
It was afterwards. He had
Oh,
started.
he done one of those, huh? Just, hey, Mom, I'm on the team now, right? And of course, I mean, he had some great people to look up to. He had Tony, Coach Placer, had some other guys in the room. What year did he start? Like high school, middle school? How'd that start? What year?
It was actually, I think Troy started 87 years. 80. I finished in 86, and he started 86 year he was coming out. But I was
Okay.
trying to encourage him to come out. But 87 and on up, he wrestled on through, and it was I think, it was he was the 87 state champion. Actually, the 86 year, because I would practice with him for a little bit. In 87, he quit
Oh,
because I was down there helping him his 87 year, and I was being like, I guess like a big brother would be,
Yep.
being hard on him, wanting to get better, wanting to do better. And he got frustrated with, he didn't want to tell Placer that he was going to quit if I kept coming down there. So Placer taught me not to coming back, but not to come back, but just let him do his own thing. So he finally come back on the team.
I got you.
And I remember the words he told me in the room at that day, because we both played baseball and wrestled, but he said, I'm going to have more trophies in baseball, and I'm going to have more medals, and I'm going to win state before you did when you was a senior.
I got you.
And I guess he proved itself right on it.
All right. So he comes out, and being the big brother, you gotta let him have it. I mean,
Yeah.
you coming off of a state championship, and that's something too about success, breeding success is, Hopkinsville, 85 state champions, 86 state champions. You got a lot of kids wanting to come out and be a part of something, and it's a direct, you from that crop you had, your brother, Jared, you had Willie that come out, all the guys on the 92 team, they were, youngsters looking up to you guys, and, they was able to win another one 6 years later. So does anybody else have anything you'd like to, any stories, any funny, anything? This is for you guys.
Beverly?
Nothing?
I tell you, who should have wrestled.
Who's that?
Outside of me and my youngest brother that were there. She could whip all.
Well, let's hear about it. Let's hear it. We got to hear some stories.
Oh, well, and that was before I actually started wrestling. I thought I was half tough, and if she beat me up and kicked me out the house through the summer. So I started wrestling. I was like, I can handle myself pretty good. So I done went and worked out for months. I'm a wrestler now, you can't. And I went there and tried it, and it didn't work.
Didn't work, huh?
I was still out the door the next time.
I got you. King of the castle, huh?
That's it.
King of the castle. Now, let's go over Troy's 1988 state tournament bracket. The first round, he's wrestling Chuck Baker from Dixie Heights, and he wins that by a pin. The next round, he's wrestling Ray Webb from Frankfort, and he wins that by a 7-1 decision. And it's got him coming in to the state finals as a sophomore, 33-4. And he wins a overtime. It goes into overtime tied to 4-4, and he's wrestling Scott Fregon from Kentucky Country Day out of Louisville. It's got him going in 4-4, and he wins a 4-2 overtime decision. Was you there for that?
I made the later match. I made.
Okay,
it to the
was you here for that overtime match?
For the overtime match, I was almost on the mat.
Was you?
I did a coach play something. I was just easing out there and just hollering, but it's
kind of walk us through what. Of course, it was tied going to overtime. Does he, do the whole 3 minutes, or how does it play out?
No, I think he ended up. He had the two. It went all the way through.
Okay, the whole three,
yeah.
the consecutive.
He ended up pulling it out with the last two, and I think he started in the third. It all happened in the third period. I think.
Okay, because in case you're not familiar, overtime
Right.
used to be after you wrestled your 6 minutes,
There you go.
it was 3 1-minute
1-minute
periods.
periods.
Okay, that's what I thought, because it's changed 1,000 times between over the years. But in the finals, he's wrestling Larry Brown from Lafayette. Now, did he wrestle Larry Brown before this?
I don't know if he wrestled him through the year of that, but I don't think he did, because I don't think he was close to us.
I got you. Because, Hoptown, Lafayette, that's,
Quite
especially back in these times, not too many, from what I can gather, not too many schools traveled. They all kind of stayed in the
Right.
same, little pocket of where
we
they
traveled
were.
mostly out around Cape Girardeau,
Right.
McGattick, different tournaments. Like they went to a lot of tournaments away from our district.
That's
Modern
what
day.
Willie, when his videos, he said you guys basically stayed in Indiana, Missouri, Tennessee, places like that. So, were you guys at the state finals this year in '88?
No.
Didn't make it? Okay. Do you know he's in the finals?
Yes.
Okay. That was, when you get the phone call, are you like, oh gosh, we got another one in the finals? All right, well, good. Now, he wins a 3-1 decision over Larry Brown in the 1988 160-pound state championship. And also that year, Hopkinsville, I believe, come in state runner-up as a team that year. So I think Jared Trice was on that team.
Yes.
So you had some really, and Willie was on the team, but I don't think he plays. He may have, we'll have to double check with Willie on that. But Christian County, so you had state champion and the state runner-up teams, both from Christian County, which is kind of cool. They had that, you guys had that. But you guys have this amazing plaque here, this memorial. 1988 state champion, 160-pound weight class, also got him as an All-American. Now, for those of us that don't know, how old was Troy when he passed away?
17.
17? My goodness. Left the world way too soon.
Getting ready to go into his senior year.
Did he really? My goodness. Well, my condolences to you guys. Of course, I never got to meet Troy, but I mean, he was a wrestler, and the amount of people that's here today shows us how much all these years later that he still means to your guys' family. So, guys, before we wrap it up, does anybody have anything you'd like to say about the life of Troy Bailey? Does whoever would like to
I
speak?
remember when he won state champion. He called and said, "Hey, Mom, you're talking to a state champion."
My goodness.
He was just really.
That's a great phone call to get, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not too many people get. Well, back then there was only 12 weight classes. Only 12 people, got that little KHSAA medal, and I would have to imagine there's a plaque or something in the gym, Hoptown, for Troy. And of course now we'll have this video. And I promise you, if we find the 1988 video, I will send you guys a copy, because 88, the records were not kept the best video-wise in the 70s and 80s as what they are today. But I promise you, I will send you the video of him, and that way you can have it forever. And you can have this video, and if anybody else is able to find any videos or any photographs of Troy on the medal stand or whatever it is, I'll be sure to send them to you guys as well. Like I said, anything else we'd like to?
He didn't come back and rub it in my face that time though, about when
Oh, he didn't?
No, he didn't rub it in my face that time.
Okay,
He did
well-
in baseball, but he didn't do it in the wrestling.
So now we'll end this. Most wrestlers do play more than one sport. So did you play baseball with Troy?
Yeah, I played baseball and wrestled. He played baseball, wrestled, and football.
Okay, what was his baseball position?
He about like I would. Could play anywhere.
Just wherever?
I played first base, shortstop. But I think shortstop was his main move. And then when he started shortstop, I had started center field.
I got you. And what about football?
Football, I think he was running back in
What is-
football for a little while. And then
I would say the Christian County, Hopkinsville per capita has produced more just amazing athletes than any place in the state of Kentucky. Louisville, Lexington, of course, they're bigger. But when you start looking at some of the names that's come out of Hopkinsville, your Curtis Pulleys, your Miguel's, the Anthony Hickey that played at Ole Miss, I believe played at Ole Miss. Just some of the names that have come through. There's a lot of great top to bottom. And I can tell you, I'm on the eastern side of the state. When you see Hopkinsville, well, no matter what sport it is, and you see Hopkinsville or Christian County wrestler or whatever sport it is, football, basketball, you're having to play them in the state Sweet 16 or whatever. You're like, oh gosh, we don't want to play them. We don't want to. I think 2004 Christian County won the state baseball, and our school was playing against them in the Final Four, and they 10-rounded us. And we thought we were, of course, I didn't play then. I was already out of school, but I went down to watch and was like, man, where'd this team come from? Everybody could hit, everybody could field. So it's just something, I guess, in the water down here. I guess it's that Mississippi River water that runs through here.
And that was one of the sports like back in the 80s, wrestling, you couldn't groom them up from 4 and 6 years. But baseball, we started it from Pee Wee League all the way up until after high school, so you just get better and better every year.
And of course, in case you don't know when it was this, Christian County and Hopkinsville is getting ready to combine schools,
Yes.
from what I've understood. And it's going to be, you talk about a juggernaut, they'll be able to beat Alabama, Kentucky. They'll be able to beat all these teams around. I mean, they'll be the best athletic program in the state at any level, college and high school. Well, thank you to the family of Troy Bailey for being here. And it just shows how much high school sports means to people all these years later, to the families, and especially when you're able to cap your career with a state championship. So to the family of Troy Bailey, thank you for being here. That's all we got, guys. We'll see you on the mats.